Hey, amazing fans! Welcome to another relaxing moment with VIVA'S Stories. Before we dive into the drama, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support means the world to us. Now, grab a seat, sit back, relax, and let's journey into the story together. Nairobi, Kenya, a city of dualities. Gleaming skyscrapers tower above corrugated iron shacks. And on one unforgiving night, under the cold stars and flickering neon lights, a girl named Zina Mwangi was forced to discover the cruelty of the world. 12 years old, pregnant, and abandoned. Zina stood in the alley behind a rundown apartment in Githurai, her torn school bag hanging off one shoulder. Her belly, barely showing, ached with hunger. Her feet were bare. The sharp stones didn't bother her anymore. Pain had become her closest friend. "Out of my house. I told your aunt this girl is a curse," roared Martin, her aunt's boyfriend, his beer-slick voice echoing through the compound. Her aunt, Wairmu, didn't even look at her. "Zina, just go. Please. Don't make it harder," she whispered. Her voice trembled. Maybe she was scared. Or ashamed. Maybe both. Zina didn't cry. She had no more tears left. She just walked. Nairobi at night was a jungle. The street kids ruled certain corners. Others belonged to muggers, gangs, or worse. Zina wandered near the Givenchy Gardens, her stomach gnawing at itself. She clutched her small bag. Inside, a few coins, an old photograph of her late mother, and a tattered blue scarf that still smelled faintly of home. That night, she slept behind a dumpster, curled into herself. The scent of rotten cabbage and wet cement surrounded her. But even in the shadows, she whispered to her unborn child, "I don't know your name yet, but I promise you, we won't die here. We'll make it. Somehow." Morning light exposed the harshness of the city, but also its rhythm. Zina joined a line of other street kids scavenging behind hotels. She learned to act fast, to smile at leftovers, to dodge cruel hands and harsher words. "Hey, you new?" asked a girl with cornrows and sharp eyes. Zina nodded. "I'm Kivo. That's my gang over there. You stay on our turf, you pay. Got it?" Zina said nothing. Kivo grabbed her bag. "I said got it?" "I'm pregnant," Zina whispered, her voice breaking. Kivo paused. Something in her hardened face cracked. "Then you're not paying. Just stay close. Some men out here, they don't care about age. Or babies." By the end of the week, Zina knew how to survive. But that wasn't enough. She needed more. She needed hope. 2 weeks later, Zina followed the scent of roasted chicken to a place she should never have entered, the Grand Palace Hotel. It was hosting the annual Charity for Africa's Future Gala, a posh event for the elite. She snuck in through the back kitchen, hidden under a pile of linen. She darted between trays, her fingers snatching crumbs, bits of meat. Her heart thudded wildly. Then she saw him. Ambrose Kavuma. A powerful man. Government official. Philanthropist. Everyone knew him. He stood by a golden chandelier, glass of wine in hand, surrounded by grinning donors. But something was off. Zina's street-honed instincts kicked in. She saw a man in a tux, his eyes shifty, his hands nervous, slip a vial into Ambrose's drink. Her breath caught. She stepped forward. "Sir, don't drink that." Heads turned. Her voice sliced through the laughter. "The drink. He put something in it." Ambrose froze. The man who had spiked the glass vanished into the crowd. But before Ambrose could speak, security tackled Zina to the floor. "Thief. She was trying to steal jewelry," someone shouted. "No. I saw him. I swear." But she was dragged out. Thrown into a police van. And as the doors slammed shut, Zina saw Ambrose staring after her, confused, wary, and maybe curious. At the juvenile center in Upper Hill, Zina sat alone in a gray room. Her wrists bore faint bruises from handcuffs. She told the officers what she saw. Again and again. They didn't care. "You want us to believe a pregnant 12-year-old street kid was saving a government official's life?" laughed Officer Caprono. "You're lucky we're not charging you with attempted robbery." Zina clenched her fists. He was drugged. I saw it. The man ran away after I screamed. The officers ignored her. She was placed in a cell with 3 older girls. One Asha sneered at her. New blood. Pregnant too? Who's the father? Don't say it's a pastor. That's my story. Zina didn't reply. That night, in the corner of her bunk, she whispered again to her unborn child. We're not staying here. I don't know how, but we'll get out. Meanwhile, across town, Ambrose Kavuma began to feel strange. Dizzy spells. Blurry vision. 2 days later, he collapsed in his garden. Ambrose survived, barely. Doctors found traces of a rare sedative in his system. He remembered the girl. She screamed something, drink? Glass? What was she saying? His assistant, Collins, pulled security footage from the gala. There she was. Zina. Dirty. Terrified. Collins tracked her down. It took 2 days. When Ambrose walked into the juvenile center, every officer straightened. I want to see the girl. The one from the gala. Minutes later, Zina stood before him, defiant, but shaking. Why did you warn me? He asked. She shrugged. Because you didn't look evil. He stared at her. Who are you, Zina? Nobody. But I saw what I saw. Ambrose nodded slowly. How would you like to be somebody? Zina was released under Ambrose's custody. He took her to his home, a mansion in Runda. Marble floors. Warm showers. Real food. She didn't trust it. But she bathed. She ate. She rested. The next morning, Ambrose gave her a choice. Help me find out who tried to kill me. You saw something no one else did. You have instincts. I need someone I can't be traced to. Zina blinked. What if I say no? Then I find someone else. But you'll go back to the streets. She looked at her reflection in the glass table. For the first time in weeks, her skin was clean. She touched her belly. I'll help you. But you have to help me too. My baby. I want him safe. Ambrose extended a hand. Deal. From that moment, everything changed. Zina wasn't just surviving anymore. She was hunting the truth. And what they would discover together would unravel everything. Zina, now residing in Ambrose Kavuma's secure estate, grapples with the stark contrast between her past life on Nairobi's streets and her current surroundings. Despite the comfort, she remains haunted by memories of abandonment and survival. As Zina adjusts, she recalls the night of the gala, particularly a woman in red silk gloves who poured Ambrose's wine. Sharing this with Ambrose, he realizes it was his wife, Layla. Suspicion mounts as Ambrose investigates further, uncovering deleted CCTV footage and a spiked wine bottle disposed of under Layla's orders. Ambrose confronts Layla, who feigns innocence. However, Zina overhears a clandestine phone call between Layla and Chris Nyaga, Ambrose's campaign manager, discussing plans to eliminate Ambrose. With the help of a private investigator, Ambrose gathers evidence, bank transfers, surveillance photos, and a housemaid's testimony about Layla tampering with the wine. A tense moment unfolds when Zina catches Layla attempting to access Ambrose's study with a syringe. Zina confronts her, leading to Layla's arrest as she tries to flee the country. Chris disappears, leaving a trail of betrayal and conspiracy. Layla's arrest sends shockwaves through the nation, tarnishing Ambrose's political alliances. Zina becomes the target of smear campaigns, accused of manipulation and deceit. Ambrose publicly defends her, declaring her a lifesaver. Zina opens up to Ambrose about her harrowing past, time spent in a brothel, assaults, and nearly selling her unborn child. Moved, Ambrose legally adopts her, a moment captured in a viral video. Chris resurfaces, attempting to blackmail Ambrose with fabricated corruption evidence, threatening to drag Zina's name through the mud. Zina takes initiative, secretly recording a meeting with Chris and exposing him through a news outlet. Chris is arrested, Layla is sentenced, and Zina finally feels a sense of freedom. At 17, Zina thrives academically but remains committed to aiding others like her. She persuades Ambrose to support her vision, the Zina Foundation, a sanctuary for abandoned girls and pregnant teens. Facing skepticism due to her youth, Zina delivers passionate speeches, lobbies NGOs, and garners international attention. The foundation's first safe house opens in Kibra, Nairobi's largest slum, marked by a viral video of Zina comforting a pregnant 13-year-old. Despite accolades, including the Young African Visionary Award, Zina faces backlash from conservative politicians accusing her of promoting immorality. She counters with a powerful speech, asserting that a nation failing to protect its children has already failed, sparking a movement. At 22, Zina addresses the United Nations General Assembly, representing youth-led initiatives in Africa. Dressed in a vibrant Ankara gown, she shares her journey from abandonment to advocacy. Her speech receives a standing ovation, with her 10-year-old son, Junior, watching proudly. The media dubs her the Phoenix of Nairobi, leading to documentary offers and global recognition. Despite her success, Zina remains grounded, never forgetting her roots. Zina returns to the alley in Nairobi where her journey began, now transformed into the third Zina Foundation home. She walks the alley, reflecting on her past and the transformation of the space. Reuniting with Mumo, an old street friend now working at the foundation, they launch a memorial wall honoring lost children. Zina cuts the ribbon of the new center, delivering a heartfelt speech about resilience and hope. As the sun sets, Zina stands on the rooftop with Junior, overlooking the Nairobi skyline, symbolizing a full-circle moment from street girl to symbol of hope. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell for newly created content.